welcome everybody for our final port day on this lovely 9-day European cruise through the Norwegian fjords, and welcome to the city of Bergen. Bergen is one of the biggest cities in Norway, and there was lots to see and do and lots to enjoy. It was a really nice port to sail into. As you can see, not as necessarily visual as some of the others with all of the lovely trees and the fjords, but it was nice to see a city again and feel that we were getting towards some sort of shopping option. We're actually here during a massive music and entertainment festival called Bergen Fest, so the city was actually really vibrant when we got here. The day started off very nice, as you can see. It was nice to walk around, but later on, rain was torrential. It was so rainy and so windy, a lot of people just went back to the ship. However, we braved the storm. Content is important after all, but also we didn't want to waste our final port day and our really big opportunity to have some shopping time. Now, I recommend Bryggen right over here on Bryggen, where you can get some nice coffee and cakes and explore the really interesting World Heritage Site of Bryggen. I've probably said that incorrectly, but there's lots of little independent shops here with art and souvenirs, which is a great opportunity to see an area that's really been well preserved, really interesting, and the design is absolutely crazy. And good morning everyone, we are here in Bergen in Norway. As you can see around, I am in the area of Bryggen, which is the medieval district here in Bergen. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it's protected, has to be kept in the spirit and style that it is. So you can see that the buildings are very much in the traditional style, because UNESCO World Heritage Sites, they are protected in the way of they are not allowed to be changed. You're allowed to obviously open shops and things like in the buildings, but you can't modernise, you can't renovate, you can't change what it looks like. It has to be kept as sort of a memory of the culture, basically. This is a great place to visit, and it's only 5 to 10 minutes walk from the cruise ports, so it's a really good opportunity to come and see some local crafts. You'll find in a lot of the ports on a Norwegian fjords cruise, a lot of the souvenir shops sell very much mass manufactured items like magnets and coasters and things like that. But here there are a lot of actual artisans. You can get silver products, you can get leather, fur, everything like that. And it's such beautiful stuff. So please do visit and give them your custom. As we walked around the city, we took in some of the sights of the amazing shops that you can buy gifts, souvenirs, things like that, but also shops where you can buy things for yourself. There were great opportunities to get outfits, especially sweatshirts and things like that for the colder weather. And we saw here the entrance to the funicular. This takes you right up to the top, where you can get a great view. Sadly, again, it was quite foggy, so we decided to give it a miss. But I do know that some people on our cruise did go there. Shout out to Erin. As someone who's always been born and raised in cities, going around a big city like this felt so natural and so welcome. Although we really enjoyed and absolutely will always remember the views in the smaller ports, it was nice to go somewhere where there was lots to do, even if you didn't want to pay out for an excursion or travel away from the city. We went through the marketplace, tried some interesting local food, and went to the visitors centre here and had a good look around. Some of the shops were great, including my favourite, which was a shop in the shopping mall where you could buy chocolate-covered flavoured licorice, which was really delicious. We also stopped for a venison hot dog. And it was time for dinner now, and it was elegant night. So we started off with the West Indian pumpkin soup. We also had one of the crab cakes, and I had the lovely stuffed mushrooms, which were absolutely delicious. It was really nice to get dressed up one last time before going home as well. For entrees then, I had the filet mignon, which was absolutely delicious. We had a grilled jumbo shrimps with pink peppercorn, and we had a simple chicken breast with the vegetables. We had to have one last chocolate warm melting cake, of course, but we did also have some other desserts, including the Grand Marnier souffle and the key lime mousse, which is the low calorie, no sugar option. Also, then headed to the Alchemy Bar. We lived here at the Alchemy Bar, but hey, it was fun. Now we woke up the next day and the whole ship had been overtaken with what? No, not crazy people, just towel animals. The towel animals were all over the place, and there were lots of different ones that I hadn't seen before, which was really nice to see. It was always a good thing back in the day to wake up to this one day. And then we decided on our last sea day, why not go and do some of the adult colouring? And then we headed to brunch. Sea day brunch is always fun, and it's a great opportunity to try lots of new things that you can only get here. One thing to be aware of is they have changed the brunch quite a bit from how it used to be with the comedy punchliner brunch to a simple brunch, which is so much better in my opinion. Now, for our lunch today, we decided to try bonsai. We'd meant to try it earlier in the cruise, but we hadn't got around to it because it was so busy and we couldn't find a table. So we thought we'd do it at lunch when it was quieter, and it worked out perfectly. The food here was so incredible, we kicked ourselves for not coming earlier in the cruise. One tip is that the sushi rolls are quite big, as you can see. Sometimes you may only need one of these and a soup. We ordered 2 and we had such big bellies full of food at the end, and we could have definitely eaten less. This is the bento box that got made up. One of us doesn't eat meat or fish, and so that was made up special for him. The desserts were really nice here, little yuzu custard and the green tea matcha cupcakes. All of them were absolutely delicious, and we had one of our favourite meals here. Throughout the afternoon, we had something from the deli, we tried some waffles and such from the buffet, just trying to tick off the last things that we hadn't had yet, and it was great. Overall, this cruise was amazing, and as we disembarked in Dover and headed home, we had great memories, and we were surprised that the Carnival Pride, even though it's a small and older ship, was beautiful. We would book again and see you soon.